From the great meadows of Quel'Dorei come a great deal of culinary creations. This is not one of those. No, today we're going to make something a little more lowbrow for the elves. Now, in order to do this properly, we have to actually set something up first. So, go and get our baking thing. What do you call these anyways? Baking dish. Sure, why not? And we're going to need 4 bottles of water. Now, you're probably thinking, Lore, you're an idiot. And you're right. But you can use whatever instead of bottles of water. This is what I use because I got a bunch handy and they're all right here. I'll explain in a second. Hang on. So we get some parchment paper, baking parchment paper. Pull out a sheaf. And what I like to do is I put these ones in like this. Like so. Stand it up this way a little bit. There we go. Kind of even it out there. And then these ones go in these corners, kind of balanced against them. Like that. Now, you want to do this at least a few minutes before you really start. I don't even know if you can really tell what I'm doing here. There we go. That's a better shot. So now you can see these ones are laying down in this corner. In this corner, these are standing up in this corner. In this corner, you can use other stuff, but this is what I use to basically make the paper adhere to the thing. You're going to want that in a good shape because of events we'll get to in a minute. So we're going to need a good-sized, microwave-safe mixing bowl. Now, I'm going to go ahead and admit something here as I kind of set this up. I've actually been doing a lot of different combinations of what kind of chips I use, or what kind of bricks I use, or how much I use of what, in order to try and adjust the flavor. I'm pretty confident with the double white chocolate chip thing. However, I have done this same flavor, the same style, with dark chocolate chips. So if you prefer dark chocolate, or if you prefer milk chocolate, or whatever, you can do that too. I have also used this plus butterscotch, not with the mint thing. Don't do that with mint. But this plus butterscotch instead of mint, or this plus peanut butter instead of mint works as well. So, we're going to want to put this in here. Make sure it's right in the middle. That's actually really important, because if this metal gets connected with like the, I don't know what it's called, but the metal connector on the inside of the wall, bad things can happen. So make sure that's right in the middle. Run it for 30 seconds on high. So, now, I'm going to do this the manual way, like a proper blood elf. However, it is worth noting, if you have something like this, you can use this too. That's up to you. Personally, I enjoy this method more for reasons I'll try to show off in a bit. For right now, we're just going to stir this up. The first 30 seconds shouldn't have done much, except for make it a little bit mushier. It's always going to be mushier in the middle center, by the way, with this kind of a thing. So, try to stir up what's in the middle center. Go for round 2. Alright, so a bit of a pro tip, guys. Once these are suitably melted, they'll basically be at the perfect temperature for mixing. So I'm going to have to mix everything very quickly, otherwise I'm basically going to lose the window. Speaking from experience, if you take too long to mix everything, it won't turn out very well at all. And it'll get too viscous, and then you'll try to reheat it, and then you can't reheat it, and basically the whole thing doesn't work. So I'm going to basically go quiet. I'm going to try and capture as much of this on camera as I can, so you can actually see the process, but the goal is to do this as quickly and efficiently as possible. So, oh, good. Looks like the mana infusion to Lirinar added. It's coming through nicely. Real quick thing. I know it seems weird to add so much, but trust me, you want to over-add mint. Otherwise, the flavor will be completely absorbed by everything else. You'll know it's about right when it starts to look kind of dry, like this. There we go. That way, as you can see what I'm doing here, spreading it so thin, it solidifies better. And of course makes easier bite-sized bits when you're done. Now the fun part. Now we put this in the fridge for a few hours. So, fancy transition. Incredible transition effects. Okay, so here's our finished product. Now, I'm not going to do the full thing on camera, because frankly that would just be really boring. But here we go. As you can see, I've actually already tried a bit, I'll go ahead and be honest, but that was just to make sure that I did something right. I'll tell you about it later. What matters right now is how this tastes, because this is the proper consistency. You see, well, you probably can't see, but it's really soft right now. This is room temperature fudge is for the win, so enough meandering. Let's see how it tastes. Yes, much better. I like to use this kind of a knife. Just kind of go right down the middle. Oh, good. It's a good batch. A little burny, but that's okay. It's mint. It's supposed to burn a little bit. How much mint you put in is up to you. But I will warn you this, and this is what I was testing earlier. If you put too little mint in, that's awful, because this will have no flavor. It'll be really, really bland white chocolate, and that's it. And that's all you will taste. So that's my piece of advice for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and finish chopping this up so I can box it. I hope you guys have enjoyed my little Quel'Dorei fudge, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.